Let's learn English together and have some fun.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Learn English with Lumi. If you are new here, please subscribe and hit the bell. You will not want to miss this. And if you are returning from part 1, welcome back, friend. You are amazing for coming back.
And I am Alfred. Welcome back, everyone. In our last episode, we arrived in London, we learned how to ride the tube, and we visited some of the most famous landmarks like Big Ben, the London Eye, Tower Bridge, the Tower of London, and Buckingham Palace.
That is right. And today, in part 2, we are going to go even deeper into this wonderful city. We are going to explore more incredible places, learn about British culture and manners, visit some amazing museums, try some British food, and share some really important tips to help you fit in like a local.
Fit in like a local. I like that expression. That means to behave the same way the local people do, right? So you do not look like a confused tourist.
Exactly. And trust me, after this episode, you will know all the little secrets that make a big difference. So, are you ready, everyone? Let's explore London like a local.
All right, Lumi. Where are we going first today?
Today, we are starting at one of the most stunning buildings in all of London, St. Paul's Cathedral.
Oh, I have seen pictures of this one. It has that enormous dome on top, right?
Yes, that dome is one of the biggest in the entire world. St. Paul's Cathedral was designed by a very famous architect named Sir Christopher Wren. An architect is a person who designs buildings. Say it with me. Architect.
Architect. So Sir Christopher Wren was the architect of St. Paul's?
That is right. He rebuilt the cathedral after the original one was destroyed in the Great Fire of London in 1666.
The Great Fire of London? That sounds terrible. What happened?
It was a terrible disaster. The fire started in a small bakery on a street called Pudding Lane. Yes, Pudding Lane. The fire burned for 4 whole days and destroyed most of the old city. Over 13,000 homes burned down and around 400 streets were destroyed.
Oh no, that is devastating.
It was, but here is the silver lining. A silver lining means something good that comes from something bad. After the fire, the whole city had to be rebuilt. And that is when Sir Christopher Wren designed St. Paul's Cathedral and over 50 other beautiful churches. He also helped change the city from wooden buildings to stone and brick buildings, so another fire like that could never happen again.
So the fire was terrible, but it gave London a chance to be rebuilt even more beautifully and more safely. What a silver lining.
Exactly. Now, St. Paul's has a very special feature inside called the Whispering Gallery. It is high up inside the dome. If you stand on one side and whisper means to speak very, very quietly, the sound travels all the way across to the other side. Your friend can hear your whisper from far, far away.
That is like magic. Whisper. I love that word. Everyone, whisper means to speak very softly.
And if you climb even higher, many, many stairs, you can reach the very top and see a panoramic view of London. Panoramic means you can see in every direction, all around you, 360 degrees.
Panoramic. What a great word. A panoramic view means you can see everything.
And here is something very moving about this building. During World War II, German planes dropped bombs on London every night for many months. This terrible time was called the Blitz. Many buildings around St. Paul's were destroyed, but the cathedral survived. It kept standing tall, even when everything around it was on fire. It became a powerful symbol of strength and hope for the whole country.
Wow, that gave me goosebumps. It's not just a beautiful building. It's a symbol of how strong and brave London is.
Now, let's walk to another incredible building that is full of history, Westminster Abbey.
Westminster Abbey. Is that a church too?
Yes, it is a very, very special church. It is over 1,000 years old, and it is the place where British kings and queens have been crowned since 1066. Crowned means to officially become the king or queen in a special ceremony. The ceremony is called a coronation.
A coronation. So every king and queen has had their coronation there for almost 1,000 years?
Almost all of them, yes. And Westminster Abbey is also where many famous people from history are buried. Scientists, writers, poets, and of course, many kings and queens. Even the famous scientist Charles Darwin and Queen Elizabeth I are buried there.
Wow, so much history in one single building.
It really is a treasure. The architecture is what we call Gothic style. That means tall, pointed arches, beautiful stained glass windows, and very detailed stone carvings. Remember we saw Gothic architecture at the Houses of Parliament in Part 1? Westminster Abbey is even older and even more beautiful.
There is our word from last time, breathtaking. Westminster Abbey is truly breathtaking. Okay, Lumi. I heard London has some amazing museums. And the best part? They are free?
That is right, Alfred. London has a special neighborhood called South Kensington, and it is famous for having some of the best museums in the whole world. And here's the best part. They are completely free to enter.
Free. I love that word. That is fantastic.
Let me tell you about 3 incredible museums that are all on the same street, Exhibition Road. First, the Natural History Museum. This museum is all about the natural world. Animals, plants, dinosaurs, rocks, and oceans. It was founded in the 1880s, and it holds over 80 million specimens. A specimen is an example of something used for studying.
80 million specimens. That is unbelievable.
It is. And the best part for families? They have life-size dinosaur fossils and a massive blue whale skeleton hanging from the ceiling of the main hall. Children absolutely love it. The building itself is also incredibly beautiful. It looks almost like a cathedral from the outside.
Dinosaurs and a blue whale? I want to go there right now.
Right next door is the Victoria and Albert Museum. Most people just call it the V&A. It is the largest museum of decorative arts in the entire world. Decorative arts means beautiful objects made for design. Things like clothing, furniture, jewelry, ceramics, and photographs. It has almost 3 million items. It was founded in 1852 and named after Queen Victoria and her husband, Prince Albert.
3 million items? You could spend a whole week in there and not see everything.
Easily. And the V&A is known for being a very beautiful and peaceful space. If the other museums feel too busy and crowded, the V&A is a wonderful place to relax and enjoy art quietly.
That sounds lovely.
And the third museum on the same street is the Science Museum. It has lots of fun, hands-on exhibitions. Hands-on means you can touch and try things, not just look. You can do experiments, push buttons, and play with interactive displays. It's incredibly popular with families and children.
3 incredible museums, all on one street and all free? That is one of the best things about London.
Now, Alfred, we have talked about the 3 wonderful museums of South Kensington, but there is one more museum I absolutely must tell everyone about, the British Museum.
The British Museum? I've heard that name before. Is it also in South Kensington?
Great question. No, it is not. The British Museum is in a different part of London, in an area called Bloomsbury, but it is absolutely a must visit. It's one of the most important and famous museums in the entire world. It first opened its doors in 1753. That makes it over 270 years old.
1753?
That is incredibly old for a museum.
It is, and it tells the story of human civilization from the very beginning right up to the present day. It has over 8 million objects from every corner of the world. You could visit every single day for years and still not see everything.
8 million objects? That is mind-blowing. So what are the most famous things inside?
Let me tell you about the 3 most popular highlights. Number 1, the ancient Egyptian mummies. A mummy is the preserved body of a person who died thousands of years ago. The ancient Egyptians wrapped the bodies very carefully in cloth to keep them safe for the afterlife. Some of these mummies are over 3,000 years old, and you can see them right there in the museum. It's fascinating and a little bit spooky.
3,000 years old. That is amazing. And a little bit spooky, yes. What is number 2?
Number 2, the ancient Greek statues and sculptures. These are beautiful stone and marble figures from ancient Greece, some over 2,000 years old. They show how incredibly talented the artists of that time were. The detail in the carving is absolutely stunning. You can see muscles, clothing, and even facial expressions in the stone.
Wow, 2,000-year-old artwork? And what is number 3?
Number 3, and this is the most famous object in the whole museum, the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone is a large, dark gray stone with writing on it in 3 different languages. It was the key, the secret code that helped scientists finally understand ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics are picture symbols used for writing. For hundreds of years, nobody could read them, but when they found the Rosetta Stone, they could compare the 3 languages and crack the code.
That is like a detective story. The Rosetta Stone helped crack the code of an ancient language. Everyone, a hieroglyphic is a picture symbol used for writing. What a great vocabulary word.
It really is. And the best part, just like the museums in South Kensington, the British Museum is also completely free to enter.
Free. All 4 of these incredible museums are free. London is so generous.
It is. But remember, everyone, because these museums are free, they can get very, very busy, especially during holidays and weekends. My top tip is to book a free timed entry ticket online before you go. That way, you don't have to wait in a long queue. And try to arrive early in the morning when the museums first open. That's when they are the quietest.
Now, Lumi, you said we would learn how to behave like a real Londoner today. What is the most important rule?
The most important rule in all of London is respect the queue.
The queue. We learned that word in part 1. It means a line of people waiting for their turn, right?
That is exactly right. And in London, the queue is very, very important. It is almost like a sacred tradition. British people take queuing incredibly seriously. It is about fairness and respect. Everyone waits their turn, no matter who they are. If you skip the queue, if you go in front of other people who are waiting, it is considered extremely rude.
Oh, so never ever skip the queue.
Never. And if you accidentally go in front of someone, just say this magic sentence. "Sorry, I did not realize there was a queue." Then politely move to the back of the line. British people will forgive you immediately if you are sincere and polite about it.
Sorry, I did not realize there was a queue. I am practicing that right now. Everyone, say it with me.
Good job, Alfred. Now, the second most important rule is about the escalators in tube stations. When you ride the escalator, there is a very strict rule. Stand on the right, walk on the left.
Stand on the right, walk on the left. Can you explain why?
Of course. Many Londoners are in a big hurry, especially during the morning when they are going to work. They need to walk quickly up or down the escalator. If you stand on the left side, you will block all the people trying to walk past. And trust me, they will get very, very annoyed.
Oh no, I definitely do not want to annoy anyone. Okay, everyone, stand on the right, walk on the left. That is the golden rule of the London escalator.
And 2 more quick tips for the tube. First, always let people get off the train before you try to get on. Wait for the doors to open, let everyone step out, and then get on. Second, when you're on a crowded train, take off your backpack and hold it in front of you or down between your legs. This creates more space for everyone around you.
Great tips! You are turning us all into perfect Londoners, Lumi. Lumi, I am so hungry from all this exploring. Where should we eat?
Well, Alfred, if you want a truly British experience, you absolutely must go to a pub.
A pub? I have heard that word so many times. What exactly is a pub?
A pub is short for public house. It is like a restaurant and a bar combined, and it is one of the most important parts of British culture. Pubs have existed in England for hundreds and hundreds of years. They are where people go to relax after work, meet their friends, eat food, and drink beer. You will find a pub on almost every street in London.
That sounds wonderful. So how does it work? Do we sit down and wait for a waiter to come to our table?
This is a very important thing to know. In most traditional pubs, there is no table service for drinks. That means a waiter does not come to your table. Instead, you need to walk up to the bar and place your order directly with the bartender. And you pay for your drinks straight away, right there at the bar.
Oh, so you go to the bar, tell them what you want, and pay immediately. No waiting for a bill at the end?
Exactly. That is the traditional way. But many modern pubs now also have QR codes on the tables. You scan the QR code with your phone, and you can order food and drinks and pay without even leaving your seat.
Oh, that is very convenient. Now, what about the food? I want to try something traditionally British.
Then you absolutely have to try fish and chips. It is probably the most famous British dish in the whole world. It is deep-fried fish with thick, crispy chips. And here's an important vocabulary lesson. In British English, chips are thick, fried potatoes. Americans call those fries. And the thin, crunchy potato snacks that Americans call chips, British people call those crisps.
Wait. So British chips are American fries and American chips are British crisps.
Exactly. It can be a little confusing, but now you know. And another classic British food to try is a pie. You can get a steak and kidney pie or a chicken pie, usually served with a delicious gravy. That's a warm, savory meat sauce and mashed potatoes. It's comfort food at its best.
That sounds delicious. Now, what about drinks?
Good question. Beer in Britain is usually served in a pint. A pint is a large glass, 20 ounces. But if that is too much, you can ask for a half pint, which is a smaller glass. Just say, "Can I have a half pint, please?"
A pint and a half pint. Got it. Can I have a half pint, please? Very polite.
Perfect. And here's a very important money tip for restaurants. In most London restaurants, a 12.5% service charge is automatically added to your bill. A service charge is basically a tip. It says discretionary on the bill, which means it's technically optional. You could ask them to remove it if the service was bad, but most people just pay it. And the important thing is if the service charge is already on the bill, you do not need to leave any extra tip.
That is very helpful information. So always check your bill for the service charge. If it is there, no extra tip needed.
Now, Alfred, let me teach you the 3 most powerful words in London.
The 3 most powerful words? What are they?
Please, thank you, and sorry.
Please, thank you, and sorry. Those seem like very simple words.
They are simple words, but in London, people use them constantly, all day, every day. British people say sorry for almost everything, even when it is not their fault. If you accidentally bump into someone on the tube, you say sorry. And here's the funny part. If someone bumps into you, they will also say sorry. It is just how London works. Sorry is like a magic word that keeps everything running smoothly.
Sorry, 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 everywhere you go.
Exactly. And if you want to start a friendly conversation with a Londoner, the easiest and safest topic is the weather.
The weather? Why the weather?
Because British people absolutely love talking about the weather. It changes all the time in London. It can be sunny in the morning and rainy by lunchtime, so the weather is always interesting to talk about. It is the #1 topic for small talk. Small talk is easy, friendly conversation. You can say things like, "Lovely day today, is it not?" Or, "A bit chilly this morning," and the person will happily chat with you.
Lovely day today, is it not? I love that. It sounds so British. And chilly means a little bit cold, right?
That's right. Good job. Now let me share some very important safety tips. First, crossing the street. In the United Kingdom, cars drive on the left side of the road. This is the opposite of most countries in the world. So when you cross the street, you need to look both ways very carefully. You'll see helpful markers painted on the pavement, that is, the sidewalk, that say "look right" or "look left" to remind you which direction to check first.
Look both ways. Very, very important. Cars come from the opposite direction than you might expect.
Exactly. And the second safety tip? Be very careful with your phone. Unfortunately, in busy areas of London, there are people who steal phones. They often ride on scooters or bicycles and grab phones right out of people's hands as they ride past. It happens very quickly.
Oh no, that sounds scary.
It can happen, but you can protect yourself easily. Keep your phone in your pocket or your bag when you are walking near busy roads. Do not walk along the street staring at your phone screen. And very importantly, never put your phone on the table at an outdoor cafe. Someone could grab it in a second.
Great advice. Keep your phone safe and be aware of your surroundings. Got it, everyone?
Okay, Alfred, now I want to share some very special places that most tourists never find. We call these hidden gems.
Hidden gems. What a lovely expression. A gem is like a precious jewel, right? So a hidden gem is a wonderful, precious place that is hidden away. Not many people know about it.
That is a perfect explanation. The first hidden gem is a place called St. Dunstan in the east. It is an old church that was damaged in the Great Fire, rebuilt by Sir Christopher Wren, and then destroyed again by bombs during World War II. But instead of rebuilding it a second time, the city did something magical. They turned the beautiful stone ruins into a peaceful green garden. Trees and climbing plants now grow through the old stone walls and windows.
A garden inside the ruins of an old church? That sounds absolutely magical and peaceful.
It really is. It is one of the most photographed spots in London, but it is never too crowded because it is small and tucked away. Tucked away means hidden in a quiet place. Another hidden gem is Leadenhall Market. It is a beautiful covered market from the Victorian era. That means the 1800s. It has stunning glass ceilings, colorful painted walls, and interesting little shops. And guess what? Part of it was used as a filming location for the Harry Potter movies.
Harry Potter? I love Harry Potter. And speaking of Harry Potter, remember in part 1 when we talked about King's Cross Station? That is where you can find the famous platform 9 3/4, and there is a Harry Potter shop right there.
That's right. But if you want to visit Harry Potter Studios, which is a bigger experience outside of central London, you need to book your tickets about 2 months in advance. They sell out very quickly.
2 months in advance. Book early, everyone.
And here's one more special tip. If you want a beautiful panoramic view of London completely for free, visit Primrose Hill. It is a small, gentle hill in a lovely park in North London. From the top, you can see the entire city skyline stretching out in front of you. It is absolutely perfect for photos, especially at sunset.
A free panoramic view of the whole city? That is my kind of attraction. Beautiful and free.
And one more suggestion, if you want to explore like a local, try visiting the financial district on a weekend. During the week, it is full of people working in banks and offices, but on Saturday and Sunday, it becomes a ghost town. That means almost empty. You can walk around peacefully and discover ancient Roman ruins and beautiful old churches without any crowds at all.
A ghost town in the middle of London. What a great secret tip.
All right, everyone, let's do our vocabulary recap for today. Here are all the important words and phrases from Part 2.
Architect, a person who designs buildings.
Silver lining, something good that comes from a bad situation.
Whisper, to speak very, very quietly.
Panoramic, a view in every direction, all around you.
The Blitz, the time during World War II when bombs were dropped on London.
Crowned, when a king or queen officially receives the crown.
Coronation, the ceremony where a king or queen is crowned.
Gothic, a style with tall, pointed arches and detailed stone carvings.
Specimen, an example of something used for study in museums and science.
Decorative arts, beautiful art and objects made for design.
Hands-on, something you can touch and try, not just look at.
Chilly, a little bit cold.
Hidden gem, a wonderful place that not many people know about.
Tucked away, hidden in a quiet, secret place.
Ruins, the remains of an old, damaged building.
Ghost town, a place that is very empty and quiet.
Wow, Lumi, what an incredible 2 episodes we have had in London.
It really has been an amazing adventure. Across both episodes, we explored the tube, the double-decker buses, and the famous black cabs. We visited Big Ben, the London Eye, Tower Bridge, the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, St. Paul's Cathedral, Westminster Abbey, and so many incredible museums. We learned about British food, pub culture, and all the secret rules that help you fit in like a local.
And we learned so many new English words and phrases. Our notebooks are completely full.
We really did, Alfred. London is such a wonderful city for learning English. Every street, every building, every conversation teaches you something new. And I think the best part is that London is a city where old meets new. Ancient castles next to modern skyscrapers. Traditional pubs next to high-tech restaurants. History and the future side by side.
I could not agree more. So everyone, here is our question for you today. If you could visit one museum in London, which one would you choose? The Natural History Museum with the dinosaurs and the blue whale? The British Museum with the Egyptian mummies? The V&A with the beautiful art and design? Or the Science Museum with the hands-on experiments? Tell us your answer in the comments.
We love reading your comments, and we will reply to as many as we can. And remember our special learning method. Listen to the episode, discuss what you learned with a friend or family member, and then listen to the episode again. That is the very best way to improve your English.
You are doing an amazing job, everyone. We are so proud of you. Keep going. Every day, your English is getting better and better.
Thank you so much for joining us on our London adventure. Alfred and I had the absolute best time exploring this wonderful city with you. We hope you enjoyed these 2 episodes as much as we enjoyed making them for you.
Keep learning, keep smiling, and keep practicing. We will see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for learning with us. See you next time.
Bye. And as the British say, cheerio.